Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. How is it going? What's up? What's up? Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Good morning. AD, what's up? Welcome back. Loving Nature Guy. Hey, good morning. Doing great. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, AD. So, Yana, hello. Good morning. Ogie Official. Hello, I'm doing great and trade safe today. I agree. Not much. Good morning, Marco. Welcome. Yeah, we're going higher to 466, which would be Asia high as well. Let's go. Seems like we're breaking through that 466 real soon. Vivian, hello. Oh, nice, Dad. That's amazing, Vivian. Good to hear. Good luck with the account. Good luck, good luck. Aloha. Happy Valley. Hello. Happy Valley in from Hawaii. Oh my gosh. That must be beautiful there. And I'm good morning. Okay. Taking out Asia high soon here. Just like almost 2 points basically. Less than 2 points now. There you go. Asia high being taken out. I don't know. It could be an interesting take. I mean, look at it, how much we need to go to the left here to find something, because there's not much. There's a buy side liquidity at 562 and the market is just super bullish, absolutely super bullish, unstoppable, unbeatable. Yeah, there was a giveaway, yeah, 2 days ago. Previous session, was it? No, was it yesterday? It was before yesterday, I think. I guess, I don't know. Was it yesterday in London? I don't even remember. No, I think it was on Tuesday. Another pump day. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's see. Look at the daily and the weekly. Look at that. This is the weekly chart. All-time high is up there at 871. Look at this push. Unbelievable. Going higher, like absolutely crazy. I wasn't expecting this. Like, what is all this? Like, it was so sloppy here. Look at this channel. Like, it was going up, all right, and then it got sloppier. You know, you would have expected that this is just gonna go lower, but now, like, what the hell? Like, what is this? How far is it gonna go? Anyway, we should be taking out this high, so let's remain bullish. Seems like it's going to be unstoppable. Next level is going to be 562. So definitely it's not bearish, even if I want it to be, but it's just not bearish. Both the S&NQ indexes futures. Yeah, well, not yet. All-time high is still up there. We have all-time high at 859 up there, but almost. As in, oh, don't worry, 80. There's gonna be more giveaways. It is Metcalf, not Bull. Yeah, it is. It is. Is the market pumping or dumping? So far, it definitely is pumping, for sure. The market is trumping, right? Exactly. Shenanigan, hello. AG Trader, morning. Hello, Kevin. No check indexes both. Yeah. Well, it was spontaneous, AD. It was spontaneous. Because I wasn't sure when to do it. So, and actually I talked about it on Monday that there's going to be a giveaway on Tuesday, but there's going to be more giveaways. Next giveaway is going to be a Twitter one. The Roaring 20s, yeah. Good morning, good morning. Congrats to the winners. Camille, hello, welcome. Yeah, 500 is right there. Right here. $26,500. Let's see. 26,500. Oh my gosh, it does seem like we want to go through that 500 level, right? Well, ES didn't. I mean, ES all-time high is, let's go for a weekly. Did we hit that? Oops. ES all-time high almost hit. Almost hit. Almost hit. It's going to be at 94. ES all-time high is going to be at 94. Almost there, though. So we might see... Look at that. We might see a possible push. I might even jump in with 2 micros on ES. Why not, you know? 2 micros is absolutely doable. Even 3. Because why not, you know? 7, 9. All right, I took a small long position on ES. It's very rare that I take a position on ES, though. Let me just switch the account here. It is very rare that I take a position on ES. But this is going to be an intraday swing position. Because it's closer. So 7,094, it's definitely closer. So my TP is going to be, for example, at, I don't know, 92. Should it be at 90? We'll see. Let's put it to 92. So I'm going to hold this position throughout all day. And we'll see what happens. And the stop loss, I'm okay with the stop loss with like, I don't know, 765. Yeah. How about 765? Yeah, that's good. All right, this is going to be my intraday swing position on ES. Yeah, it is basically unstoppable, but let's see, where could be Asia low? Asia low could be here. Even if it sweeps that, it can still turn around. Market is unstoppably bullish, so let's go with that. All right. They're going to keep breaking out. Yeah. Gold short? Let's see the gold. Yeah, let's check on gold. Oh, I forgot to do the markup on gold. So here's today and here's yesterday. All right, previous day low, almost relative equal lows. $59. Okay, those are equal highs as well. Those have been taken out. It looks good for a short, by the way. It does look good for a short on gold. Midnight level here. So all is good. All is good. Not going to keep breaking live. I think they're in pre-market. Here we are. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We are back into this level. Good morning, Dave Mac. Hello. Why is my all-time high different than yours on TradingView? We're already taking that. I don't know. Is this because of the contract? Or are you using are you trading CFDs maybe? Maybe you're not on futures. Are you on futures? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe CFDs have a different level there. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, I think you're on CFDs. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you're on the CFD contract. That has taken out all-time high. The CFDs are going higher, most likely. Yeah, futures, it still did not, I mean, it still did not take it. But yeah, otherwise on the CFDs, it did. That could be the main reason, I think. But have no fear. I think we're going up there for 500. A little bit excited to jump into a trade here. I just don't know if I should. Oh yeah, so you guys are checking yeah, you guys are on CFDs. All right. Good morning, good morning. Yokozuna, hello there. Go big or go home. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not on X yet. I'm gonna put it out today. I'm sorry, and we're gonna pick the winner on Friday. My apologies. I'm gonna give away 3 MyFundedFutures rapid accounts. Corb, hello. What was the reason for taking? Yeah, the main reason was all-time high on ES futures, 7,094, and we are just so close, unstoppable. Even if we wiggle a little bit here, this is a swing position. This is not based on any particular setup here. This is just a swing position, intraday swing position, to see if ES might want to go through those highs. That's it, nothing more. We are very close to all-time high, and I'm just wondering, ES is closer than NQ, and that's why I took the trade on ES. NQ still has more to go. All-time high is 859 on futures, so that was the main reason. Yeah, it's a different contract. Yeah. Hello, good morning, Wacky Beats. Hello. You're on futures? I don't know then. You need to look on NQ to see relevant levels, volumes. But it's almost the same, basically. It's almost the same. Like there's like a 0.1% difference. So for example, here we have this level at 566, potential buy side, and we have another one. All-time high is 863 on the mini and 859 on the micro. Next level is 566 on the mini and 562 on the micro. So it doesn't really matter too much if by the way, and you always look at the closest one. So in this case, it's fine. Smokey, hello there, Ellie. Ollie, what's up? To profit early. Yeah, it seems like it might want to push further. Definitely bullish right now. Oh, it looked like it. Oh, the stream giveaways, yeah. Yeah, it's a very strong open, Kwong. Yeah, you were right. New price discovery. Yeah, that's what's going to happen now. I'm really eager to jump into a trade here, though. So if the pattern repeats and no significant news, we'll keep squeezing. Exactly, Fizzlet. That's what I think. If there's no squeeze, I mean, if there's nothing, we're just going to keep squeezing higher. Everything. That's what's going to happen. Dagon Poker, hello. All-time high on TradingView, but not on the June contract. Oh. Yeah, not on the June contract. Exactly. Some announcement today. All right, we'll see. M&M. Yeah, yeah, it's true. What would be the equivalent TP on NQ? Well, on NQ, I would be looking at 500, the 560s, and just to play it safe, I would go for the 550s or anything above 540. So the safe TP would be 540, 550 on this push higher. 540-ish. It's more than enough from this level, you know, 540, 550. Weekly charts, 2019. Ah. True. Let's all smash the likes, by the way. How we're doing. How are we doing? 27 likes. Thank you, everybody. Let's push it to 50. Let's get it to 50. We can do that, everyone. We can as a team. Of course we can. Okay. Bit of a pullback here on NQ. Nothing special. Which time frame is this? Oh, the 1 minute. That's more than enough. All right. Yeah, that could be. I'll see you at MyFunded TV. Jezit, thank you for joining us here. What's up? Hello, teacher. What's up? Hello. It didn't have any volume in November last year. Ah. Well, it will be interesting to see what happens here. Okay, we have this pullback. Oh, by the way, I haven't really checked if we have any major news. We have some headlines, though, happening. Maybe. Oh, no headlines. FOMC member later in US session. Nothing else. Manufacturing index, unemployment claims at 8:30. Huh. Medium impact news. And in the European session, there was pound GDP number, better than expected. And what else? Swiss PPI number. And some CPI number from later. Okay, Euro numbers. Okay, nothing special. Nothing that we can go for. We'll see how it goes. We are at 36 likes. Let's go, everybody. Because today was TSMC earnings. Oh, yeah. All right, let's look at these 5-minute levels here. I think we have a zone here on the 5-minute. It's actually not the best one, but it, I wish I could say that this one counts, but doesn't really. Nothing on the 4-minute. There is something on the 3-minute. I'm gonna try something here. I don't use these type of entries, but there's a 3-minute demand zone here, starting at $460 on the 3-minute. It's actually perfectly valid. No, I think there's nothing to talk about. I mean, about the previous government. They are over. They're finished. They're just in the past. Good morning, Farhad. Hello. Good to see you, man. How's it going? $42 likes already. Let's go. I love that. So we're sweeping liquidity from this fair value gap. And by the way, on the 1-minute, there is another zone. I'm just curious about like trying to read the narrative here. There's a 1-minute demand zone here as well. Okay. So price was reacting. You know what? I can do one more thing here. I took a very small entry, but that's on a different account. Let me switch that. A very small entry. Terrible entry though, but don't worry. It's 2 micros. And I will add to this position if let's see, horizontal line, let's put the 500 level here. Let's see if the zone is going to push it higher. I know it's only 2 micros, and that's why I'm gonna leave this to go a little bit lower, down to 456, and I'm gonna add more micros to it. I just thought that this is gonna skyrocket. That's why I entered the trade. So I'm gonna add to this. If we get lower, because this is basically nothing here. This position is nothing. Need to add to it. Ogie, doing great, thank you. Welcome back. Good morning, Split Striker. Hello. This is funded. This is a trade day funded account. This is a trade day funded account. I'm going to pass 100K account. I'm up as of now 1,350. Oh, wow. If you're already up, if you're up in this session $1,350, then you should wait until New York. Or if you haven't put a trade on yet in London, well, 100K account is I mean, obviously you can trade a little bit bigger risk, but maybe just wait for the proper setup. Now this one is more like an intraday swing position though. Okay, are we going lower? I did see the dance. I will try to do that. I will. No promises, but I did see it. I did see that. Yes. Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, I need to put a stop loss on this just for safety reasons. 450, 450, 455. All right, let's go with that. I did see that. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Really cool. But hey, I still need to win to do that, right? Terry, she is good. Everybody's voting for Terry. I don't have the cheerleader skills. Nothing, Ogie. It's gonna be on Twitter. You just need to comment under the tweet. It's not out there yet, so I will put it out in the New York session. So it's not out there yet. You just have to comment and repost, and it will be super simple. And we're gonna pick the winners on Friday. And if you're not here, don't worry. The names will be put out on my Twitter. So, hey, thank you, Corb. Okay. I will not tell Terry. We'll keep it a secret. We will keep that a secret for sure. Good morning, Hans Peterson. Hello. We're gonna have Grok or ChatGPT to select the winner randomly. Most likely, Grok is doing a good job because it can authenticate the users better. It can check the posts, so it's gonna be picked randomly by AI. Good morning, Michael. Well, nothing is going on. Just waiting for the market to go a little bit higher. So I have a long position on this NQ trade, and I have a long position on ES as well. So yeah, let's see. My ES position is this one. Let's see, the entry is 76.25. And TP is 92. Stop loss is 65. This is my ES position. Hoping for the best. So I took a position on ES as well. Looking for this one to push it higher. The reason why you're seeing this here only with 2 micros, because if the price goes down to pick up liquidity from this 3-minute demand zone, I'm going to also add to these 2 micros. So I'm going to add 2 more micros to this. I'm just waiting for the price to come lower, and then if it reverses, I'm going to add to the position, and that's it. It's kind of a different type of style than I used to trade, so it's not really something that I like to do. But since we need to make some more profits on this, I might do that. Grok choose only X premium users. Okay, then we're going to use ChatGPT. I can tell actually Grok that not just choose from premium users, but from any user. So I'm going to come up with a prompt for Grok to do it properly. Stronger rings from Taiwan, semiconductors. AI is not dead. Okay, that means a lot. Daryl, hello. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. So earnings, yeah. 50 likes already. Let's go. 154 viewers. You guys are amazing. Let's get to 70. I mean, by the end of the show, can we get to 100? Kind of wondering. Of course, we can get to 100. Let's get to 100. But first, let's get 70. We can get it, right? ES is not really moving that much, which is normal in London. Oh. Good morning, Ernston. Hello. Welcome. All right. ES is still here. That's going to be an intraday swing position, guys, on ES. So we're looking for all-time high. Is that all-time high? Well, on this current contract, that's all-time high. So, yeah, on the micro. Obviously, I'm not saying we're definitely going there. Just would be interesting to see throughout the day if we can try to push it up there. So we're going to keep the focus on NQ. We'll see how it goes. Nice rejection. I mean, bounce from this zone here. I'm expecting price to go a little bit lower, down to 460, and I am willing to add to the position if another bounce is happening. And that's how I'm gonna go with this one. So, yes, I know my stop loss is way below there, but that's on purpose. I want to see what happens here. If we go lower, down, all the way down to 460. Which I think it's quite possible. And 23 minutes until London Open. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be again like watching paint dry, I guess. Watching paint dry. Okay, that's fine. All right, going lower. Wow, what a drop. Okay, we might gonna go to that 60 level, right? Tag that 3-minute zone. Quite close. It is close. That 60 level is close. All right, bouncing back from this 1-minute demand zone right now. Again. But is this gonna be enough? Or is it gonna try to go lower? I wonder. Because that level is down there at 60. Let me just check it again. So far, so good. I just opened 2 micro. Yeah, because I want to add more to the position if we get lower here. So if we get through this zone, I wasn't sure if this is going to be the final stage of the bounce to go higher, or are we going to go lower to the other 3-minute demand zone? And if we do, I just want to make sure to add to it. I usually try to risk no more than $200 or $300 on a funded. So yeah. So maybe we're gonna, you know, bounce up to 500 here. I'm not sure. Hey, Lieb Valens, hello. New to the channel? When, if will you do the AUX? I don't think I will trade that. But, I mean, we're pretty much trading NQ all the time, if that's a question. All right, so far, the zone is still holding, which is good. Camille Andres, hello. Thank you. Good luck to you too. I just use a lot sizing tool, which calculates. Oh, I don't really need that. Like I can go with this. It's fine. Now I'm just curious if we're gonna try to hit that 500. I don't think at first. I think we should go lower here, just a little bit, before hitting that level. I mean, London Open is getting closer. It's like 16-ish. 60, yeah, 15 minutes. But we have a good chance. Oh, you can't find that. Maybe not all prop firms are able to trade with it. I mean, on that. Anyway, let's see what happens here. I think we should be going lower and getting another bounce from the lower zone at 60. So, but a new 15-minute candle is now here. Yeah, it's different for every broker, I think, or platform. There could be some differences. Oh, really? Nice. Well, let's see if we're going to have some volatility here. Yeah, exactly. Blow the candles gently. Make the market. I tried. I mean, I wish I could do something, you know. I wish I could. I just have no connection right now to the market makers. I mean, it's just so slow right now. So slow. Well, maybe the London Open will do something. Again, I might willing to add to the trade. We'll see. Not too far from that magical round number of 500 though. You have connection to market makers? Yes, exactly. I have a direct phone number. Yeah. Massive pump in April. It seems like it's that part of the year, right? He is also kind of holding this area. Oh my gosh. What to do? Well, nothing we can do here, guys. Just wait. Gold shorts. Yeah, let's check on gold. What's happening here? So yeah, gold right now. Well, we took out Asia high. So that's good. Asia low is still there somewhere along the way. This would be Asia low. Would be interesting to see that. So possible Asia low at 833. I mean, that can happen. Nobody knows. But there's no zone here and no level of liquidity except the Asia low, like nothing. But so far it does seem like it want to go back. Kind of a strange open here, or pre-open here in London. Pre-London. I mean, I'm not in London, but pre-London session. So we have the round number of 26,500. Makes you kind of wonder, like, what is the goal here for the market? Stefan, hello, good morning. 11 green days in a row. Yeah, crazy bullish action. I agree. Yeah, it's a historic pump. I don't know. Is it all because of AI? Because it seems like the market doesn't even care about the war situation anymore. Yeah, could be, Kwang. Animandiba, I see. Randall, hello. I got 5 contracts short at 500, expecting volatility. So do you think, Randall, that the London Open might spike up there, take out that 500? That would be actually not bad. That could be good. Ten minutes to go. It's all manipulation. Empty buyers. Yeah. We'll see. So far, it's again the same as yesterday. We gotta wait because this is like, you know. Currently up in the 80s. We did make a new high here, 484. Question is it going to tag 500 or not? Or now is it gonna drop? That's the big question. It's not the manipulation, it is the markets, all different sectors earning. Detached from reality often happens. Oh, okay. Well, I like the concept, but we'll see. Near 702. Oh my gosh. As people start becoming fearful, it will get sellers. Ah. Is that going to affect our jobs as day traders anytime soon? You know, for retail traders, I don't think that AI is going to affect the retail market that much because, you know, as a human, as a retail human trader, you can always try to go in the market and take a slice if you can. But obviously AI already has partially taken over. I think that's just my opinion. AI has already taken over day trading as much as possible. Like I've seen a documentary that were saying hedge funds since years ago now using super advanced quantum algorithms and techniques to put their trades and positions into the market. So like they're not having the classic brokers and traders in their offices. What they are having are programmers. They're having super smart nerd young people who are actually programming their own algorithms, and that's how everything goes. They just give a direction to the algo like, oh, this is the area that we're looking for, and the algo is going to put everything in a millisecond, and that's how they're doing it. So they're not even, the classic trading era is over. That's what they said. So it's not happening anymore. Brokerages and private hedge funds, they have their own programmers, algos, and everything. So at least according to this documentary. That television series Billions actually had lots of ideas based on this. They were saying that you would not imagine that there's an 18-year-old young guy or gal, looks like a nerd with a laptop and listening to music on his or her headphone, whatever, and you know, reading comic books, and that person is moving tens of millions of dollars every single day, according to their bosses. Like that's how it's going. And you would never think that's what they said, like who is actually moving tens of millions of dollars? 18-year-old youngsters moving the market with a single program and a laptop with private hedge funds. You know, their boss just calling them up like, hey, we would like to buy this and this on this price range, and, you know, make sure that we're going to place our positions in this range. Okay, boss, all right. And they type it in and the algo does it all. That's it. CFD is good, a bit of a wild west, right? So CFDs are good, especially for swing trading. Trading on the smallest time frames, like on the 1 minute, it could be a little bit difficult because of the spread and the slippage and more manipulation. But nothing wrong with CFDs if you're swing trading, I think. Like at least intraday swing trading, or at least going for like trading on like 5-minute time frame, like we have 15-minute time frame, maybe, or 5-minute or higher, looking for hourly levels. I think you know. Yeah, but they can't order or limit buy as the same as retail because it will they can. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true. That is true. 3 minutes until London Open. Buy stocks with less leverage than futures. Most likely, yes, Kwang. I can believe that. Yeah, they're buying stocks most likely with low leverage. Yes. But yeah, it was very interesting. If I can find it for you guys, I will find it for next time. But it was a very interesting documentary. Like, there's a false belief in many people, like, oh, like in the movies, everybody's shouting like, buy this, do that, do whatever, and you have 2 phones in your hand. Like, no, there's just sit down, type everything in the computer, and the computer does it all. And now AI is going to come more and more important in this sector, and everything is going to be even more automated. There's just going to be one main decision by the CEOs or the board of these hedge funds, like, okay, we want to sell at these ranges or these levels and make sure our algos are doing that and whatever. But at the end, the market is still going to be based on buying and selling pressure. So the decisions, the human decisions, are still going to be there at the end of the line. That's what I think. They're still going to be there at the end of the line. The main decisions are still going to be called by humans, and AI is going to help those positions to be precisely executed and being traded and, you know, scaled in and scaled out. So that's what I think is going to happen. You do CFDs, sir? Sometimes I do trade some CFDs at FTMO. Currently, I had an FTMO account a few weeks ago, but I've blown it up, unfortunately. So I might gonna get another FTMO account. People, exactly, by the way, Shenanigan. So Wolf of Wall Street is great, but that's about the 80s and the early 90s. That's different. That's not how it works nowadays. That's in the past. It was great, but it's not like that anymore. And that was actually a totally different type of market. That was bullshit stock trading. Penny market, basically. Bullshit penny market trading. And that wasn't even trading. They were just salesmen. That wasn't even actually too much of a real trading. They were just selling garbage on the phone. So what they were doing is a telemarketing agency. That's Wolf of Wall Street is nothing more than a story of a telemarketing agency, which were called brokerage, but they were just selling garbage. And they knew that. They knew that they're selling shit, and they didn't care. Let's just sell, and let's don't care. All right, here we go. London Open. We might go lower here. Let's see. All right. I think we're going lower. Yeah, let's go lower. I mean, you can still penny trade. You can still trade the penny market, by the way. Nothing wrong with that, but it's like a different type of market right now. Good morning. Yeah, in Randall's days. Boiler rooms. Exactly, boiler rooms. That's the best word for it. It's about boiler rooms. Yeah, exactly. It's about boiler rooms. It's all about that. All right, gold is here. ES is still there. Not much is going on. So the plan is, and still is, if I should add to this position. So far, this area is holding. I feel like we should be popping 500 real soon here. All right, adding to the position. I want to see it pop 500. If it goes down, I'm going to take a small stop and then wait for the 3-minute zone. No, not this. There you go. So I'm going to take a small stop and wait for the 3-minute zone at 60 if it goes lower. Waiting for the next bounce. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just added to it. All right. I might gonna scalp it lower. Look at that. I think it wants to go through. All right. Changing the direction. This is oh my gosh. I hate scalping. 62, 62. Yeah. Reversing the position. Getting heavy. Trying to go for 62. And let's see. Let's see. Let's go with the buy stop there. And let's go for 62. There's a fair value gap down there. Low is 61.25. Yeah, that's good. $61.25. All right, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Take that out. It was a very small position anyway. Hello, David. Hello there. Aloha, Fictional Cara. Hello, welcome back. Good to see you. Oh, Libanon's fair value gap is like basically a level where price haven't really been traded at. So right now we are repricing. This is a bearish candle, and there were no candles in this level between the two ones. So between this candle and this candle, this created a drop here. Hold on. All right, this is it. Let's go for 62. 81.50. All right, picked up liquidity from this fair value gap. And now let's see it drop down to 62. No, I'm sorry, I couldn't explain it to you. But there's so many videos, like actually not even joking, like tens of thousands of videos on YouTube. Some of them just like 2 or 3 minute short videos. I know it's not difficult, by the way. It's actually really simple. So there's fair value gaps all around the place on the chart, by the way. Oh, wow. Let's go. All right. Reversed it, but made it happen and ended up in profit. $99 on a funded account. Yay. So that was a reverse scalp position. I hate when that happens. And we went down. Actually, we had equal lows here. 61.25. Low is 61.25 here as well. Fair value gaps I think they are important to understand, by the way. Yeah. So this demand zone is over. It's done. It's not valid anymore. So this demand zone is absolutely done. And now, because I'm still going to be bullish, I'm going to be watching for this 3-minute demand. So the 1 minute is done. I'm going to be watching the 3-minute demand zone. And particularly if we're going to build some structure in the 3-minute, and the plan is if we can build up a structure here, then it would be great to push it higher, right? And along the way, maybe I can just jump in on a structure shift, or maybe a fair value gap, who knows, something like that would be great. So now I'm going to wait for a possible structure being built up here, and we'll see how it goes. MSGUFO, what's up? Hello. How's it going? How are we doing with the likes, by the way? We are at 73 likes. Let's get 27 more. I know we can do that. Let's get 27 more likes. Let's get it, everyone. Let's get it. Let's push it. Thank you so much for the support. Still no structure yet. So there is still no structure. I'm still bullish, by the way. So even though I know it seems like I'm bearish, but I'm bullish. We're looking for ages for this sort of thing. Trading can be a lonely game. Oh, oh, by the way, live balance. I know how that goes. And trust me, I mean, whenever I try to explain it to my friends, family, like they keep asking, like, hey, Tom, what is that you do? How's this working? And I tried a couple of times to explain, like, but they were looking at me like I was talking quantum physics or whatever. And, you know, I can almost hear the crickets in their brain, like, huh? What is this guy talking about? So whenever they ask me, like, hey, what I'm doing, there's two answers that I can say. One, I tell them that I stream on YouTube, and they laugh at me like, so you're streaming on YouTube, good luck with that. So that's one variation. Another thing, I tell them I'm working for an online company, and I'm, you know, but they don't understand that as well. So basically, guys, people around me don't really know what I do. They don't understand it. They don't know what I do. I try to explain to them. They think I'm playing video games or something on YouTube. I think. That's what they think. I think so. Oh my gosh, Vibrant, I actually toned down the ads. I toned it down. I'm sorry. There's one more thing that you can tell to your friends if they ask what you do. And that's a fancy thing to tell. That's a real fancy one. You can tell, I'm a risk manager. How cool is that? Especially, you know, if they ask you, hey, what you doing? I'm a risk manager. Ooh, wow, risk manager. Ooh, what type of risk? Well, you know, I'm managing risk on the international, like, trading markets, NASDAQ futures and S&P, like, what is, wow. It's better to be a ghost in this business in the outside world. Yeah. Being called a day trader and opposed to retail traders first time being in front. Yeah. Actually, Kwang, that's what I used to say. When they don't understand absolutely of what I'm talking about, when they have like no idea, even if I try to tell them, I used to tell like, yeah, I'm actually a consultant for a trading company online, and they're asking, oh, and how you work? I work from my home office, from home, and oh, you're consulting from with the company. Oh yes, I do. And by the way, that is almost true, because in many prop firms, the funded accounts are naming the trader as research analyst. By the way, for example, TopStep is naming their traders on a sim funded as research analyst. So there was a few occasions when I said, I'm a research analyst. And they was like, what? You're a research analyst? Guys, look at it up. TopStep still says you're a research analyst on the simulated funded account. And like, wow, that is so fancy. What does a research analyst do? And I'm like, guys, it's so complicated. I can't really tell you. But what do you do? Well, impossible to explain it. Impossible. Risk manager sounds like a John Wick shit. Yeah, exactly. So as a risk manager, well, I'm taking out some things. When I say bookmarked, yeah. A lot of people work remote, yeah. Oh, yeah, fancy way. I'm a private equity manager for a multi-billion-dollar, yeah. There's an even fancier way to look at it, like, I am a risk manager as a freelancer for multiple trading companies online. And that's like, oh my gosh, you're a freelancer risk manager for multiple trading companies. That's kind of give them the idea that you are a supersonic expert, because you're working for multiple trading companies around the world. And they're like, oh my gosh, you know, if you want to pick up some girls or boys, the thing is, you might just say like, yeah, I'm a risk manager, you know, I'm working with multiple trading companies. I have contract. I'm a contractor for multiple trading companies, and I am managing risk and analyzing charts. And this is what I do. And they are paying me a hefty commission if I'm right on the analysis. and everybody will be like, oh my gosh, and instantly you will become super smart. So, for example, if you go for a high school reunion and if you want to shine, that's what you're going to say, like, hey guys, I'm a research analyst and a risk manager for multiple trading companies, and I'm running my own business. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, this guy made it. This guy really made it. He is a research analyst and a contractor risk manager for multiple trading companies around the world. Oh my gosh. The only thing you need to do when you say that on a high school reunion is you need to rent that Lambo for the day. All right. So I think you can rent a Lambo for like $700 or $1,000 for a day. But, you know, I think it's worth it. So make sure to rent a Lambo when you go to your high school reunion, when you tell this. And when they see you at the end of the reunion and you go out to the parking lot and you just click on the key fob, like, you know, and you just step into the Lambo and everybody's going to be like, dude, he was not lying. And you know what? You were not lying. You were actually telling the truth. That's the most beautiful thing on it. You were actually not lying. Hector, hello there. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. So actually, you did not lie. You didn't lie. Even if they ask you, oh my gosh, how much you paid for this Lambo? And you can actually tell the truth. Why would I pay for the Lambo? It's just dead weight if I just put my money in a Lambo. I rent it. Why should I place my money in an asset that is depreciating every day? I'm not that stupid. I am renting my Lambo. So goodbye, everybody. Have a good day. And you just step off. You know. And you told the truth. You did not lie. Not a single word. No, exactly, Camille. That's what I'm saying. They can ask you, oh, is that your Lambo? And you can tell, no, why would it be my Lambo? I'm not that stupid to pay $300,000 for a Lambo. You know, I'm paying rental price for this because it's deductible. And by the way, if you are self-employed or you have a small business, you can actually ask for a bill to deduct from your expenses. So you can tell your high school friends like, yeah, I'm a business owner. I can deduct the rental price of this Lambo. Why would I put in $300,000 to a Lambo for nothing? And they would be like, oh my gosh, he's not just a manager. He's actually super smart. Ludo Rafa, hello. By the way, I am entering into a trade. And they're just going to tell you, oh, this guy is actually very smart. Very, very, very smart. He's not that stupid to pay for a Lambo $300,000. He is smart because he's just renting it. And everybody will be calling you like, oh, wow. Can you give me some advice? Yeah. Let's keep on dreaming, right? And you know, the best thing about this, you were not lying. You were absolutely not lying at all. You were not lying at all. Not even with the Lambo, Randall. Not with the Lambo. You were telling the truth. It's about communication. Right? It's all about communication. My entry is an absolute disaster. My entry is so bad that if it goes to drawdown, I might going to add 2 more micros to it. My entry is so terrible that I'm actually feel ashamed of myself right now. I'm going to add 2 more micros if it goes down. The risk is very low. I want to add more if it goes down. How's the new president? New president is great. Everybody loves him. Well, not everybody, though, as you all know. People happy. Yeah, Freddy. Everybody's super happy in Hungary. Everybody's still celebrating. The new president, the new prime minister, not president. The new prime minister is absolutely having, like, he's a different type of person, at least. I mean, he's following the same, following center-right traditions politically, but he's an absolute different personality. Do not give him life capital. Happy with the work on Lucid Trading. We can call digital analyst. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you can call it that. Digital analyst. No, it's not showing its rental corp. Here in Hungary, at least, if you rent a Lambo, it's not showing it's a rental. It's not showing. Which country? Hungary. Hungary. Yeah. No change. Guys, the thing is, Kwang, there's going to be no change in the next few months. Unfortunately, the Hungarian economy is smashed to the ground. We are the poorest country in the European Union, statistically. We are the poorest country with the lowest wages in the European Union. And that's not going to change in the next couple of months. Oh, not even next year. We could be happy if after 2 or 3 years we see some results. So it's going to take years to even scratch the surface of what could be possibly done for the people of Hungary. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time. But at least the dictatorship is over. That's the main thing. Our new prime minister, he's not hating Trump, by the way, and he said he's willing to work with he's definitely willing to work and wants to work with the U.S. government. So our new prime minister said he wants to do everything to work with the U.S. government. It doesn't matter which U.S. administration. He specifically said it. He respects the United States values and will work with whoever is in office, because he wants to continue everything to be better and good. So obviously he's diplomatic for now. And yeah, problem with socialism is pretty soon you run out of other people's money. Yeah, exactly. Lib Valence, exactly. That's the biggest problem with socialism. Yeah, I heard it might be problematic with EU funds because of the immigration politics. Yeah, they are working on it. So I was reading some media outlets, and also, like, by the way, guys, many profiles on X are actually saying totally false information, absolutely false information about the new prime minister and how he operates and whatever. Now, also, the immigration pact that the EU says that has to be completed for Hungary, it's actually not about not letting immigrants into the country, but only on a legal way. So only on a legal procedure. But those legal procedures, like applying for immigration, applying for staying in the country, so all those legal steps were not even created by the previous government, by Orban. They didn't do that. So they intentionally did not create those steps for immigrants to follow through. Now, I'm not saying that the current government is going to create that, and now everybody can go through. Those requirements are going to be very strict and very, very tight. And so if immigrants wants to enter the country, that's the prime minister said, they have to go through a very tight and very strict and very prompt protocol. And those steps have to be run through. But illegal immigrants just crossing the border, going through the fence and just being here, that is something that no European country, not just Hungary, no European country allows that much nowadays. Obviously, I'm sorry guys, I'm talking about politics again. So they're just what they need to do, they just need to come up with the legal way to make it happen, which it was not created earlier with our previous prime minister. They didn't even care to create that. So they have to come up with a legal procedure of how it's possible. But the current opinion is the same, and it's not just Hungary, other countries as well. Illegal immigrants illegally crossing the border and being in the country is still not going to be allowed. That is it. It's not too complicated. It's just right now I'm going for a 1 to 2 risk to reward, and the only reason I'm going for it because we have the round number of 500 up there, so that's the only reason right now. Exactly, Kwang, exactly. Poland made it happen, and Poland also, by the way, is like letting immigrants come into their country if they go through a very strict and tight procedure. All right, and that is what needs to be done also in Hungary as well. But it doesn't mean that from tomorrow Hungary is going to accept 1 million immigrants to the country. No, that's not going to happen. But for example, working visas. So if you want to work in the country and you have a contract for it, or there's other, obviously I don't know the smallest fine print details, but if it's legally okay, then yeah. And nobody has a problem with that, actually. It's about those people like back in 2020, I don't know, somewhere around COVID or before COVID. Yeah, it was before, when tens of thousands of people were crossing the country here, just going, there was no fence, and they were just crossing through like private properties. They were sleeping on private properties, putting on tents and private properties. And obviously most of 99% of those people were going through the country and leaving for Germany and England and France. So they were going west. But, you know, that's a different type of scenario. 1 to 2 as a risk to reward ratio. Asylum, exactly, Jonathan. Asylum seekers is legal, by the way. Yeah. Exactly. So if they're seeking asylum, there's going to be a procedure for that. And obviously, even after they get the asylum, there has to be a procedure ongoing, like what is going to happen with those people. Like none of these steps were actually written down legally with the previous government. And obviously, there's the limit of how much people can Hungary handle or wants to. It's not my job. I'm just thinking out loud, but it was never about that we are not letting one single person, not even Orban said that we're not letting one single person in. Orban let in, guys, let me just tell you something. Our previous Prime Minister Orban, he let in 50,000, not 5,000, 50,000 immigrants to the country. 50,000 immigrants he let in. I guess all those news outlets are not telling you about this, right? They're not really mentioning that Orban let in 50,000 people to the country. He also let out 2,000 illegal immigrants from the jail. Traffickers, rapers, and people who were making trouble by being here illegally. They put him into jail. Viktor Orban let out 2,000 people, immigrants, from the jail. And the reason was they had to make a promise that they leave and they will not cause any trouble. So imagine that you are sitting in the jail because you did some trouble. And then one day comes the jurisdiction and tells you like, okay, listen, the jury says like, all right, listen, if you promise to us that you're not going to do any more trouble, we will let you go. We're not going to keep you into jail. And they said, yes, we promise. And so Viktor Orban let out 2,000 people from the jail. And he also let in 50,000 immigrants to Hungary. So if you think that Viktor Orban did not let in immigrants, you are wrong. This is something that media outlets are not telling you, or many media outlets are not telling you guys. It happens. 12 kilometers here, where I sit right now, 12 kilometers right now from here, there is a refuge camp. There's like a few hundred, like 100, at least 100 or 150 immigrants are staying right now. Those were let in by Viktor Orban. I have no problem with them. I have no problem. They're there. But it's not true that Viktor Orban did not let in immigrants to the country. He did quite a lot. But, you know. But the EU now wants policies to be written down and followed through. That's what they want. Yeah. They use immigration for votes and justify welfare fraud. Yeah, I don't know. Exactly. The brother of Viktor Orban, let me just say that again. The brother of Viktor Orban was actually letting in, he was trafficking illegal immigrants without papers, illegal immigrants to the country. Also, the same brother of Viktor Orban made his fortune of dealing with firearms. Firearms, he's a firearms dealer. He was selling firearms, guess what to who? Guess who bought firearms from the brother of Viktor Orban? I'm going to give you time. Tick, 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 tick. Guess who bought firearms from the brother of Viktor Orban? He sent it to Ukraine. Not because it's a problem. I mean, it's not about Ukraine. They sold weapons to Ukrainian soldiers. And yet, Viktor Orban is saying that, oh, we're not sending weapons, we're not selling weapons, and we're not sending anything to Ukraine. We're staying out of it. We don't want to be a part of it. Yet, at the same time when he's saying it, his own brother is selling firearms. Okay, just saying. News outlets, guys, I'm here, I'm living here, I know this. At the news outlets, we're not talking about this. They were not mentioning this on Twitter, on X. X is full of lies, by the way, guys. Let me just say it, full of lies. 80% on X is lying. And they're not saying this, that the brother of our beloved dictator prime minister was selling firearms at the same very moment when his brother Orban in television was saying, no, we're not selling. No, we're not taking part of this. No, 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 no. This is the truth. Take it or leave it. I don't care. This is the truth. So this is how they got super rich. One of the many reasons how they got super rich. So yeah. He did. Yeah, his brother did not just let in the immigrants. He actually carried the immigrants inside the country personally. With trucks and everything. He carried the immigrants here. So, oh my gosh, guys, there's so many things that did not went to the surface because everybody was silenced. And these things did not come true. I mean, did not came to the light of truth, you know. But these things happened. It happened. Full of lies, full of, you know, all these things now are going to come to light. And everybody's going to see what type of person Viktor Orban was in reality, how his family got super rich, how his friend, his best friend, the prime minister was telling the truth, by the way. His best friend, who became the richest person in Hungary, and the 800th richest person in the world, he cannot read or write. Let that sink in, all right? I'm going to wait 5 seconds. Let that sink in. He cannot read or write. All right? That sunk in. And he is the richest person in the country. Let that sink in. And he's the richest one. Can't read or write. That's how Prime Minister Orban was working for 16 years. We didn't pick up this order at 468. He can read money, yeah. When people were asking a question about from his best friend, who was actually the wallet of Prime Minister Orban, he couldn't answer a question. He couldn't. He just yeah. He was just answering like in short answers, like they asked him like, how did you become so rich? You know, because like 15 years ago you were just a plumber. Almost. I mean, almost. I mean, nothing wrong with that, because that's an important job too. But you were just, you know. Actually, let me just translate that to English, because I can't find the word right now. A plumber. Yeah, he was a plumber. So he was a plumber, and plumber is a very good job, by the way. Respect for those who work in that sector. But in 15 years ago, his best friend was a plumber. I'm not joking, guys. He was a plumber, and he became the richest person. And journalists were asking like, sir, can you tell us the secret of your success? How you become the most wealthiest person and the 800 in line in the world of as being the most wealthiest person? And his answer was, yeah, you gotta be brave. You gotta be brave, and you gotta be, you know, be brave, and you gotta be lucky as well. You know, they asked him like, sir, can you tell us how many companies you own? They asked him like, because he didn't know. Can you tell us how many companies you own in Hungary? And his answer was, I don't know. I don't know. They asked him like, can you tell us how much wealth you have, how much money you have? He says, this is exactly how he answered. Well, sometimes it's much, sometimes it's less. I don't know. So I don't know. That was his answer. He can't read or write. He cannot read or write. All right. Wealthiest person in the country. This is how corruption worked in Hungary. He doesn't even know what he's doing, because he's just a puppet. He's just a puppet, nothing more. This is what he is. I'm going to show you exactly what he is. You see it? This is a visual representation. This is what he is. He's a pen. That's all. Oh, I'm yapping about politics. I'm sorry. But I'm waiting for this trade to go higher. George Soros was born in Hungary, but then he left. Yeah. No leverage and low risk. No, I'm not investing long term. I mean, I have a saving for a pension, private pension, but that's all. Mostly in bonds, so I keep it in bonds. But that's all. I'm sorry, Green Trumpet. It's mostly about the 16 years of tyranny comes out from me, you know, after the election. 16 years of kept in silence. You know, 16 years is a lot. Yeah, exactly, Chillog, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you, by the way, Sandip. I agree. Every country needs rich people, rich businessmen. But in this particular case, this is not just a simple rich businessman. This is a wallet. This guy is a wallet, nothing more. This guy is owning companies that are sucking the money out from the public funds of the government. It's different. There is a different type of businessman, and so we have, by the way, rich businessmen in our country who made their fortune out of zero by working super hard and paying the tax and doing everything according to like it should happen. But this particular person, he was just sucking out public money. That's it. It's a different type of situation. But we do need rich businessmen. Of course, we need to create more jobs, infrastructure, and everything. Obviously, that's how the world works. That's how capitalism works. So, I think we're going into 500. I hope that we will go up to the 500s. Yes. I must apologize again. I'm trying. Okay, let me just stop here for a second. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. The excitement of the election results and the last 16 years is still not wearing off from me that much. So I'm still under the excitement, and I should not be talking about these things on this channel. Sometimes I did, and when I did, I immediately stopped. You guys remember? And since Sunday, it's just hard to keep it in myself because 16 years is just, you know, coming out. And I'm sorry. I apologize. I will not talk about politics this much. I'm sorry. I will try to remind myself. I mean, I will put a sticky note here that no politics. I am sorry. I'm actually really going against my own promises here. So no politics. No politics. I have to remind myself. No politics. You see? I'm going to write it down. No politics. I'm going to put a sticky note on my screen here. So I apologize. I really do. It's not, I apologize for this. I should not be talking about these things. Let's talk about the chart. So yeah, I think we're going to go up to 500. Maybe it's going to take some time, but we should be going there sooner or later. ES wants to make a new all-time high, so why not? Giveaway is going to happen. It's going to start at the New York session, guys. At New York session, we're going to start the giveaway. All right. But the winners are going to be announced tomorrow on Friday because it's going to be a Twitter giveaway. All right. So it's going to be up on Twitter around the New York session. And I'm going to keep it up there until Friday. And I'm going to give away 3 MyFundedFutures accounts. All-time high on NQ is, the current contract is going to be 859. Yeah, trading is somewhat related. Trading is somewhat related to politics, yeah. You blame loving nature guy. All right. Randall is long. Are you gonna go? You're gonna jump in at 70. All right. Just my entry right there. Okay. I'm willing to add 2 more micros to this. I like the idea. We should be going higher. Can we all smash the likes? How we're doing, by the way? 112 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Okay, bit of a pullback. This is just a pullback still. So, Yamil, oh my gosh, where have you been? Hello. How you doing, man? How you doing? Okay. All right. I'm okay to give 2 more micros to this trade. If I'm gonna lose this, I'm gonna blame Randall. It's still not down at 70. Don't worry. 470. Oh, 470. Yeah, 470. Yeah, let's go. 25k TRADEIFY Lightning still alive. Let's go. Let's go, Yamil. How long do you think the pullback will be? I think we can go down to like the 60s, but should not be going lower than the 60s. Like, yeah. Look at that. Almost got in. It's not picking up the order. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you know, it might not gonna happen in this session. It might just gonna happen later as we approach New York, but all we had today is just, I mean, I scalped back a previous trade to a short down here to this 3-minute demand zone, but I'm wondering if we can move higher. And I have no problem adding extra risk. So 2 more micros to this trade. Actually, I would love that. 68 is my limit order. But this is kind of crazy. It's a little bit risky because if we trade below 70, then, you know, maybe it wants to break down to 55. So I'm not even sure if I want to do that. But why not? You know, we're close. Oh, okay. I got filled. And let's see, stop loss 55. I'm gonna add okay, let me do this again. Or let me put the stop for now. Sell stop at 55, and I'm gonna go with 93. All right. If I fail this one, it's still good because it's low risk. Absolutely crazy market, right? I mean, we were up quite nicely up there at 86. Maybe my stop is a little bit too tight on this one, but it's okay. Currently down 1291. Oh my gosh. You entered. Oh, maybe you're risking too much. I'm not risking, like, maybe I'm risking about 120 bucks or something. Be careful, and then scalping 15 seconds. All right. We might go below 55, We might go. If we do, well, all bets are off then. Unfortunately, though, there is another level. Yeah, so Asia low, Asia low. Let's see, where would be Asia low? Asia low would be here. Oops. $390. And we have a 5 minutes demand zone again, right here. I might be offside, guys. I might be totally offside here, but it's fine. I might be totally offside. Okay. Not gonna talk more politics today. I think I overdid. Loving nature guy is gonna trigger me all the time. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This is not looking that good. I mean, yes, we swept the high, but I really thought that we're just gonna go to that 500 now. Yeah, I might be totally offside here. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm offside. No worries. No worries, yeah. If we break the low there, then we're gonna be how far? We're gonna be 17 points away from the 5 minute demand zone, and the VWAP is right there. I don't like it. It was really looking so bullish. I think it's still gonna be bullish, by the way. So if we go lower down to the 5 minute demand zone, I would do the same. Look for a possible structure on the 5 minute and then try to go long again back to above 500, but that might be for later. Oil is pumping. Yeah. Yeah, it's going down for now. So we took out this zone. We bounced from this. It's not holding. It's not holding. It might want to sweep lower, take more orders. There's a fair value gap here at midnight level. I'm not trading the 15-second charts. This is just here for representative reasons, but I'm not trading the 15-second. I have no entries on the 15-second chart. Sometimes it's just good to see what's happening, but my entry was based on the 3-minute chart earlier, and now the next entry, if it takes me out, maybe for later, I'm going to try to go with the 5-minute level. But yeah, I think it's just going to take me out here. Don't you think that it will take the 15 minutes low and then go upside? Yeah, it could be. It could. Yeah, look at that. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to close it manually, save some. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's just 20 bucks or 30 more. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, there you go. We are out. Cannot do anything else. That is what it is. We are out. How we're doing? All right, that's fine. Maybe we might even go lower here. So one stop loss. This should be going lower, right? down to 57. I think it will. I think it will go lower. $47. Good go. The low of this candle is 47.25. We'll see. They want you emotional over losing even. I'm not emotional. I'm absolutely super comfortable right now. I'm absolutely okay. Actually, now I'm just curious if we're gonna go down to the midnight level below the 40s and even tag the 5-minute level. I'm just curious about that. I am perfectly comfortable with this. So, feeling absolutely comfortable. But this London session is really not something I'm looking to trade. Okay, I think the zone is almost taken out. There's a low here at 51. Hold on, 51.25. The low here is 51. Okay, it didn't actually go through this swing low, but maybe it will. Okay. Pre-market open is about to happen in 1 minute and 31 seconds. So we shall see. Okay, still here. By the way, the zone is still active as long as the sell side has not been taken here at 451. It's still valid. We're still kind of waiting. Seeking the show, maybe. It's just ranging, but yeah, kind of taking out the lows and the highs. Hard to predict. So we had the pre-market open right now. Nvidia opened the gap higher. Meta also pushing up there. Tesla also. Okay. So we have a bullish open here. I want to go lower. Bullish open. $437 could be it. You know, if we zoom in on this 5-minute, we kind of have like this unicorn setup that you guys like so much. So we have higher highs. Here's the 50% level. Maybe even good for a possible short opportunity. Look at that. Look at this. Possible short from 469. We have higher highs here, and we have lower lows, right? Higher highs, lower lows, 50% level, boom. The target is actually really good, but it didn't go up there yet. Oh, wow. Okay. Bit of a drop. Okay, now the zone has been taken out completely. Macro time, right? Okay, the zone is being taken out. $437 might gonna happen. Who knows? Have you ever been up to 3,000 on one day, just go full till DC, more on trade more and lose all the profit? Yes. Yes, it happened. It happened. It did happen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it. I'm not taking more trades. Ended up somewhere around break even in this session. Kind of crazy sideways action, but I think we're going to go down to the 5-minute zone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back for the early New York session, so let's have some fun. And thank you for watching. If you would like to support, the shameless plug is please support the channel with the code TOMSABO up there. You see it in the banner up. The code is the same at all these prop firms. If you'd like to grab some evaluation accounts or instant funded accounts from Take Profit, TRADEIFY, or Lucid, or all the others, some good sales are going on. Buy one, get one for free at MyFundedFutures network. We still have the pass one, get one 20% off at MyFundedFutures, and discounts on the other accounts, Pro and Rapid. Apex 90% off, Take Profit Trader 40% off, no activation. Bulenox also, TRADEDAY, no activation. Alpha Futures really looking good. And try the others as well. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm coming back after 7 a.m. Eastern Standard, sometime around there. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate the support. You guys are amazing. Look at that. We're going down to the 5-minute zone. It is what it is. Let's head to the gym and talk to you guys soon. God bless you all. Thank you for everything. Cheers, everyone.